Hello again, folks. Welcome to Mr. Reid's World. We're going to have a new lesson today. This lesson is in statistics, of course, and this is an introduction to box plots. I know you're all ready to go, so let's get started. Alright, step one in box plots, of course, is to place the data in order. So just like in most other data and statistics problems we've talked about up to this point, your first step is to put the data in order from least to greatest. Again, you need to do it from least to greatest. That'll be the most helpful. If you wish, you can put your data into a stem and leaf plot, or you can just line the numbers up from least to greatest across the top of your paper or wherever you might be doing the problem. Whichever method you prefer will be just fine. And then for this presentation, we're going to be using some points scored by Harrison Barnes of North Carolina in some games against some ACC opponents here in the past few weeks. I know all you Duke and State fans are really excited about that, but that's what we're using for this example. The scores we're going to be using from Harrison are his 9, 12, 11, 13, 13, 25, 26, 17, and 16 point games. So those are the points he scored, and the first step that we need to do, of course, here is to take and put these numbers in order from least to greatest. So go ahead and look at those for just a second and take just a moment to put them in order from least to greatest. Of course, the least number is 9, as you can see, and the greatest number is 26, and then you'll put all the rest of them in order from 9 to 26. Alright, as we move on to step 2, we are now going to get the median, and here we can see we've got the data in order. And we start at 9, then 11, 12, 13, 13, 16, 17, 25, and 26. And now we're going to find the median of this set of data. And if you'll remember, as we've talked about before, the median is the middle number of the set of data. And of course, if you look here, the middle of this would be the second 13, not the first 13, but the second 13. That'll leave us with 4 numbers on either side of that second 13. Now, here's something that we haven't really talked about before. When we're doing box plots, once we have figured out our median, we notice we have an odd set of data here. And once we write that 13 down as the median, we are then going to mark it out to separate the data into 2 parts, a lower part and an upper part. And in these 2 separate parts, that is where we will find the upper quartile and lower quartile, which is step 3. Alright, now if you look at the top here, we can see that I've now X'd out the second 13, and we have 4 numbers on either side of that. 9, 11, 12, and 13 are the lower set of data, and 16, 17, 25, and 26 are the upper set of data. So now we're going to find the lower quartile and the upper quartile. If you will remember, when we have 2 numbers in the middle, we are going to have to add the numbers and divide by 2. So on the lower set, okay, we see that we've got 11 and 12 in the middle. So of course, if you add 11 and 12 and then divide by 2, that means the lower quartile will be 11.5. And on the upper side, you can see that we have 17 and 25 as our 2 numbers in the middle. So when you add 17 and 25, that'll give you 42, and 42 divided by 2 gives you an upper quartile of 21. So now we have our quartiles, which are 11.5 and 21. Alright, the easy part is step 4. Alright, you're just going to get the extreme values, and again we've got our data set in order at the top of the page here. But the extreme values are also known as the minimum and maximum values. So all you have to do is actually look at the ends of the data to find them. So if you look to the lower end, we'll see that the lower extreme is 9. And if you look to the upper end, you of course notice that the upper extreme is 26. So if we go back through all our data, our median is 13. Our lower quartile is 11.5. Our lower extreme is 9, while on the other side our upper quartile is 21 and our upper extreme is 26. So now folks, we are ready to take into the next lesson, which is actually drawing the box plot. So that'll end this session on the basics of getting the parts. So join me next time for our lesson on statistics and how to actually draw the box and whisker plot. We'll see you next time.